everyone, welcome back to the channel. Shayna here, and I have a hair on my hand. I just wanted to pop on. I'm filming this shortly after I did my color and chat this week, and I have finished most of this picture. I am going to go back in and do some detailing and all of that, but I've got the grasses back here done, I've got the water done, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the sky back here, but that's all going to depend on how her wings turn out. So I wanted to pop on and do a little test with you guys. I wanted to try these out with you. So I got these back in May and I picked them up at Target. They were about 20 bucks, and they are the Crayola Signature Pearlescent Paint Markers. So I did, if you go back and watch my May haul, I did do some swatches with you guys. So I am very excited about these. They come in this nice little tin. I've already obviously taken the plastic off, but I haven't played with them yet in any coloring books. So I want to go ahead and do that with you. I wanted to test them out with you guys first. So I wanted to do them in this book because of the Fairies. I feel like her wings would be really cool as with pearlescent, like, oh, there's the little instruction card. We don't need that right now. With a pearlescent touch, and it would just make them pop. I want them to be the focal point of this picture. So I've got all of these colors. This one, I believe, yes, this one is the color changing. It makes it much more pearlescent. We do have a white, black, red, orange, yellow, green, blue. This is like a magenta color, and then a violet. So I am very, very excited to test these out, and I want to test them out on this book, but I also am going to be brave, and I want to test them out in Fairy Miracles, which is a much smoother paper. So I want to see how they do in that. And I was going to do the dragonfly's wings in here, but I might do the bubbles. I feel like the bubbles would look really cool with these markers on them. So I don't have the swatches here to show you, but I am going to have to test them out because I'm not sure. And this is why you always put a page behind your alcohol markers, because I'm not sure if they've, like, I haven't used them in a while, so I don't know if they're going to need to be oh no, they're still nice and juicy. I can't put that back behind my paper now because it's wet. I didn't think that one through, did I? I guess I could wipe it off. So actually, I'm just going to show you here. So it is painty. It's very, very wet. I should have brought my hair dryer out. Dry it. Just going to wave the paper around for a bit. But like I said, I haven't really played with these too much. It does seem that they take quite a bit to dry, but again, this is thicker paper. This is my cardstock. So I do have paper towels here. I'm just gonna dab off the excess. Well, that didn't work, but that's okay. Of the paint, because I want to show you what the pearlescent one does, and I want to see if it works when it's drier or if it has to be wet. So this is the color changing one, and it's gonna kind of make this black blue, and it's ripping up my paper. Is this not wet? No, it is wet. Wow, that's kind of crazy that, well, we're gonna have to be super careful. But it kind of made it blue. I don't know. Oh, you guys are way zoomed out. Zoom in. Come on. Whoa, nope, not that. Okay, come on. Zoom all the way down. There we go. So I don't know. I can't really see that very well, I guess. Turn it towards the light. It's kind of hard for you to see, but it is very iridescent. So I'm just gonna try to get that off. Maybe you can see it on those little scratches there, how like shiny it is. There, ooh, whoa, glare. I don't know. It's hard for me to tell what you guys can see, so. But yeah, so we're gonna try these out and see how it goes. Just trying to get the black off of that one, but it's going all right. So I think I want to do the outside. I gotta move some stuff. I'm knocking into things. I want to do like the outline of her wings in black, so that is where we're gonna start. I don't know how much control I'm gonna have over this, which is kind of scary. Not very much. But I mean, I picked this picture to do, to do it on intentionally. So you know what, if that gets messed up, oh, it's just the back of the page, that'll be fine. So I can see it kind of soaking in here. Kind of want to grab a paintbrush even and try that too. Like, see if I can get it on a paintbrush to put it on the page. This is actually working okay. Not sure how it's gonna do on the smoother paper though. Whoa, that's a lot. Alright, so we'll go up on here. They are, as you can see, oh no, you can't see, dang it. There we are. They're really, really juicy. You can see that bubble right there. That's just paint. So that's good. And it is drying on this paper much quicker than it did on the other one. I do kind of want to grab a paintbrush. I don't know if you heard me just now, but I said I want to kind of grab a paintbrush and see how that would work. I think I am going to do that once I'm done here. Yeah, so just hang tight 1 second, guys. I will be right back. I'm not going to even stop the camera. Because I have a paintbrush right here. It's a little bit bigger than I was gonna grab, but it's closer, so let's see if we just, I'm glad I remembered to cap that. If we just put some on the paintbrush, you can't see what I'm doing, I'm sorry. If I just rub it on, what that will do. Well, this one is a little bit frayed, but it does work. So you could even put it on a paintbrush. That's pretty cool. Ugh, yeah. And it doesn't leave quite as much of a mark, but this paintbrush is very frayed from me using it on a rougher surface. But it's actually not that bad. So I'm gonna go back in just with the marker. Now what if I try to dab it off? This whole page has just been an experiment, and I don't really care about outside the picture. I'm gonna rub off, oh, I just got myself. Just gonna try to take some of it away. Then I just have my paper towel, but I dotted my thumb, so that's probably gonna be there for a while. Because like these thicker lines are fine, but the thinner ones are kind of harder to get into with the paint marker. Just kind of take a dot. I'm not prepared. I didn't really think about the paintbrush thing until just now. But honestly, if the line's a little thicker, I don't think I mind that. As long as it's straight, and that's not straight. I'm no artist, guys. I'm actually having fun with this. Now that I think that the first part is pretty dry, I want to go back over it with the pearlescent or iridescent one. Let's remember to put the cap on, because if you don't, it will leak everywhere. So let's see what happens if we go over gently. Oh, I like that. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it is changing. Let me see if I turn this light, if you guys will be able to see it better. Put it kind of in my face. Well, you can see the pearlescence at the bottom there. This is really actually pretty cool, and I'm gonna press a little bit harder because it doesn't seem to be ripping up this paper as much because it's dry. So I think, oh, that part's not as dry. the parts that are dry it works better on. You can see it's kind of, oh no. What's low battery? Uh-oh. I don't know if it's still recording, but I got a call, so I'm gonna stop the recording and I'll be right back. Alrighty guys, we're back. I apologize for the abrupt change in the way that this looks, but I can't seem to get my phone to go back to the way that it was, so I do apologize for that. My iPad had died, which I didn't realize it was dying, so that's not good. So I had to plug that in, and then I had gotten a call from a number I didn't recognize, and I just wanted to make sure it wasn't work calling me, to come back. So anyway, sorry for the interruption. It always seems to happen whenever I film something pops up. But anyway, so I am using the iridescent paint marker to go over the black, and you can kind of see it a little bit better from this angle, but it has changed, oh my gosh, it has changed the marker from black to kind of, it's got like a hint of blue. Let me zoom you guys in even further. And you can see kind of the difference there. It's really hard to see on camera. But it's got a little bit of a more shimmer. So I'm gonna continue on with that because this is dry now. So, and I have decided that just from looking at it, I don't mind if the lines get a little bit thicker as I use the paint marker. It is splattering though. I can see splatters on her wings from where the paint was going down. I am gonna go over that with more paint of a different color, so I think it'll be all right. I think it'll cover it up. I'm just gonna continue to go over these black lines, and it does seem to be going quite well. So I'm not mad at these. I really like this. It's worth a shot. You could probably find them cheaper on Amazon than 20 bucks, but I didn't know they even existed, so I just picked them up. But honestly, I think they're worth it. It's making a really cool effect. I think I'm gonna do, that part was a little wet, but that's okay. So if you do go over it too many times when it's wet, it is gonna peel your paper. Let's do these guys. And I think we're good. And now I think I'm gonna, well, let me finish this little bit right here, under here, because I don't want to bore you with just black, and I want to get to the other book as well and not make this video too long. So they are really, really wet. Like really wet. But that's okay. Let's go ahead and do this thick dark line as well. It's just kind of hard to control, and as a lefty it kind of scares me because I'm afraid I'm going to put my hand right in the paint and smear it everywhere, which would not be good. I would really not be happy if that happened. So I'm just trying to be very, very careful about where I am putting my hand, because normally I would not want my hand to be way over here coloring this line, but I don't really have much of a choice. So get as close to her hair as possible, and then we'll go up here. And yep, you can see me. So again, sorry for the flip, but I can't figure out how to get the camera to go back to the way that it was. But I think you can see better now anyway, because this is the way I'm used to it filming. So hopefully it worked out for the better. Yeah, so there's that. You know what? I am just gonna finish these black lines. I don't think it's gonna take me that long. So what do you guys think so far? Oh, that's an annoying sound. I think it's working quite well. Do you guys have any of these Crayola signature products? I really like them. I have the artist pencils and the gel pens, and I have talked about the gel pens. They're kind of a mess. But again, maybe if you're right-handed you wouldn't have such an issue, but I kept putting my hand in it, so now I won't ever use them again until like I'm done with everything on the picture except for those. And then I'm gonna put fixative on them right away. Because I have blue and pink all over my poor girl. Luckily, because I did her skin tone dark, you can't really tell. But it really was frustrating. But I'm not finding that issue with these. They seem to be soaking in just like a marker. Because where my hand is now on this black and blue over here, it's not wet at all. So that's good. But again, this is Amazon paper, which is very thirsty. So we'll see how it reacts to the smoother paper in Fairy Miracles. Alright. I'm actually going to stop the black after I finish this right here, but now that I've started it, I can't really stop. So, what are you guys working on? I know this isn't a color and chat or anything, but what are you working on today? I'm gonna I know I'm recording this on the same day, but I'm gonna apologize in advance because I don't think that the color and chat is gonna be up until quite late tonight / Tuesday morning. So yeah, it just takes forever for everything to process, so I'm gonna apologize for that in this video. But it's okay. I mean, I'm not real strict on when I post. I should have recorded the color and chat yesterday, but I was just too lazy in the morning to get up and set everything up and do it, so I was like, I can wait till Monday. And then I didn't get up until later today too, so. But you guys won't see this video. It's probably Wednesday for you for this one. So, alrighty. So there's the black, and I'll go back and put in all that blue later. Now you can see it a little bit. And they're not the neatest things, but I'm hoping once I get all the colors down, it won't be too bad. I think I want to do, at least in this part, I want to do it pink. I'm really not sure what I want to do. This one looks like it's kind of losing its mojo here. That's not as vibrant as I remember. Is it pink or is it's magenta? Let's see. I'm just kind of off to the side here, just pumping the marker to see if I can get more paint to come out of it. But I think that might be all I'm gonna get. But I know that's not what it looked like before. Let me try another color. Here, I'll bring it into frame for you. That one's okay. The purple's fine. Indigo or whatever color that is. Why is this one? Let me shake it. Shake, 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 shake. Sorry, I know some of this is off camera, but I want to keep you guys zoomed in. Alright, maybe not. Maybe that's all we're going to get out of that. I don't like that though. Okay, scrap that idea. We're going to do a different color. Maybe red? Yeah, let's do red. I'm going to have to mess with that later because I don't really want to do red. Maybe I'll do red down here. That would be pretty, right? Hopefully my head's not. No, it's not. So again, they're not as easy to control, but if you're careful, you'll be okay. And you can always grab, like I did, grab a paintbrush and get the paint while it's wet to where you want it to be. Okay, I do like that, because it kind of mimics her crown of roses there. And I think once I put the iridescence on it, it'll be more pink. So I'm just trying to use them like a regular marker. I think it's going okay. And luckily, if I don't like this, I have another copy of this picture. And shoot, I forgot to put the page back behind. Darn it. Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed that that magenta is acting funny, but I'll have to mess with it later, and hopefully when you see the finished picture, it will have some magenta in it. So I'm just gonna finish this, and then we will hop over to Fairy Miracles. I have no idea where we're at because I had to stop the video, so, and this one's already 10 minutes. I don't want this to be a forever and a day long video, but I want you to get the gist of how these markers work, because they are advertised as markers, and it is peeling up the paper a little bit where it is wet. But if you work quickly, it's not that big of a, it's really not that bad. So you just don't want to go over, and I've said this already, but you don't want to go over and over on the same spot like I just did. So I can see where the paper is starting to peel. So yeah, your best bet might be to use a paintbrush, but like a smaller one, depending on, you know, depending on what you're coloring. The one that I grabbed is not great, but it was right there, and I just wanted to test a theory, so it worked. Worked okay. This one is not as juicy as the black. You can hear it kind of scraping on the paper. And I'm not going to be able to close this book for a while, I don't think. I just don't want it to stick. So until I use my fixative on it, I probably won't close the book. But, yeah. Guess I'll go. Yeah, this one's not as juicy. Let me pump it out a little bit. So I don't know how long these will last in the long run because they don't seem to like stop flowing. Because I pumped these, I first started these, what, like a month ago almost now. And they're still wet. So I don't know how long, like I said, they will last in the long run. Oh, I like how that looks in the camera. So one more little spot here. And then we'll go back to where I started with the red and try the iridescence, and then we'll hop over to Fairy Miracles. So let's see. It was very hard for me to see because the light is right in my face, but that's okay. I think this one just kind of adds its own little iridescence to the page. I don't know if you guys, again, can see that. No, you can't. It's gonna be quite hard for me to show this to you on camera. I'm hoping it'll pick up in a photo or something. There we go. Now you can see the shine. So it just adds an extra little glitter over top. It says color changer, so that's a little tiny bit misleading. And it is kind of pulling up the paper. But yeah, this whole entire page was just kind of an experiment. And it's gone better than I expected. So at least there's that. I wonder if I can just put, we're gonna try that in Fairy Miracles, if I can get any of this. I'm just scraping off the end just to try to clean it, get it back to its original color, not so pink. But I'm wondering if I just put this over the bubbles, how that would look. We're gonna try that. So, but yeah, it is working. I am liking it. So I will finish that probably right after I finish this video, and we'll see how it looks completed, and I'll just probably black out that outside here since I messed it up. But there's that one, so that's exciting. Now, I'm gonna grab, I'm gonna put that here. And I'm very disappointed about that magenta marker because it was so vibrant. So, oh well. I am just gonna take, well now you can't see the book. Oh, I'm running out of space. There we go. I'm gonna just take the iridescent marker and go over the bubble and see what that does. So it actually seems to be working okay in this book. Whoops, there's a little bit of red in there, but oh well, that's alright. Ooh, it is peeling the paper because I've gone over it a few too many times. But I actually very much like that. With just the iridescence, you can't, the camera's just not picking it up. But it is very, very shiny. It's very bubble-like, especially with that pink in there. So maybe I will take, well, let's see what this one does, how this one is. With just the clear. That is really pretty. Oops, again, there's some pink. It's very hard not to go over and over the same spot, but that is really pretty. So I wonder, let's try something. I'm gonna go tip to tip with these guys and see what happens. Let's just, boop. And I'm gonna use the white. I'm gonna dot it on my little paper towel over here first. And then I'm gonna go on this bubble. Ooh, I really, really like that. Can you guys see that pink bubble? Sorry, I was just dotting it down like this. But that is really cool effect. I really like that. That might be my new go-to for bubbles. That's very pretty. Again, I would really love to have a paintbrush and just kind of move it around. So yeah, that is gorgeous, and it works just fine on this paper. I thought it might make a huge mess of it, but it seems to be soaking in, I guess because it's got that like marker like base. So I'm gonna go tip to tip with another color now, if I can rub this off. Let's make sure it's flowing all right. And I'm gonna take the purple, do the same thing. Just kind of bleeds into itself, and then I'll dot it off. Ooh, that's really pretty. And then we'll see how this bubble looks over here. Wow. Look at that, you guys. That is really, really pretty. It's almost like an AB diamond from like diamond painting. That's what that reminds me of, that iridescent coating. It is pulling up the paper a little bit because I left it too long, but it'll be all right. Yeah, that's really, really gorgeous. Let's do another bubble with that color. I'll try to. So, yeah, I'm really, really liking that. I don't know if you'll be able to see it on the paper towel here, but you can really see the iridescence in that blue. I'm sorry if the angle is off here, friends. I'm just trying to do my best. You guys are way zoomed in, so that probably doesn't help, but that looks really cool. I am very excited about that for bubbles. Let me see, let me just do one more with just this marker with it's got a little bit of color on it still. Yeah, the trick to these is just working really quickly. So I'm gonna do some pink and blue bubbles in here. That is, you can't even see that one, I'm sorry. It's right here. The camera just doesn't do it justice. I don't have the right lighting to show you guys, but I'll try to take a picture. I don't know if you can see those glittering up there. That's very cool. I like that tip to tip thing, kind of like a chameleon marker. That's a lot of fun. So, and it's got, if I wipe it off on the paper towel, it seems to clean off better than on nothing, on just a regular piece of paper. So that might be your trick there too. But yeah, these are really actually more versatile, I think, than I thought they would be. So I'm gonna wrap that up here. I'll try to zoom you out all the way. You are zoomed out all the way, I think. Whoops, uh-oh, lost it. There we go. Now you're zoomed out all the way. So we have Fairy Miracles with the bubbles. And then we've got our fairy over here, and she's actually looking even better as well. So, with her shininess. So I'm going to keep working on these pages, and you guys will see these, well, you'll probably see this still as a whip, because I've got so far to go on my Fairy Miracles page, it's not even funny. But, you'll see this one for sure finished, in my, whatchamacallit, what is it called? Oh, completed pages video. Oh my goodness. Ooh, the brain is not functioning today. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and finish up her wings and add some details, and yeah, we'll be good to go. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Definitely consider grabbing some of these guys if you see them at the store, or on Amazon, because they are very, very cool little tools to use. I was a little nervous because of my gel pen experience, but it seemed to work out really, really well. So thank you guys so much for watching. Again, like and subscribe if you like this video. It really does help the channel when you hit that thumbs up button. So thank you guys so much, and I will talk to you soon. Love you guys. There we go. Love you guys. Bye. Alrighty guys, I just wanted to hop on real quick and just give you my final thoughts on these paint markers. So as you can see, oh that was loud, I have finished her wings, so I just wanted to chat about these real quick. So I do like them. My favorite, I would have to say, is the iridescent marker. It does give that really, really cool shine, as you can see there on the black at the top and on her wings right here. So that is really the best part of this set, because I have actually used it over markers. I wanted to see what it would do, and it looks really, really cool. So I really like it over the black, and I really like it over the markers. Over the other colors, like I just did it on the red here, it's alright. I went pretty quickly, so it's kind of splotchy, so it's not the best, but it really is the crown jewel of this set. So I do really like that. When you're working in a larger area, you really, really want a juicy marker. If I zoom in here, I'm gonna bring you down all the way. You're gonna be able to see on the wings up here how streaky it is. So I'm really not happy about that. This marker was not wet. I tried to bring it back to life just by like shaking it and pumping it. And up here it did okay. Over here where I first started, it really didn't. These markers, regardless, they do rip up your paper. You can even see it down on the bottom here a little bit. It's just on this Amazon paper, it just kind of rips it up. So that's not the best, but if you go lightly, it's not so bad. So that's one thing to keep in mind. Again, I like them over the marker. I think that looks really cool, and I like them over the black. I didn't do it over all of the colors because it was like getting way too shiny. So I guess I could, but the juiciness again is really important, because this orange was super juicy, the black was really juicy, so it looks a lot better in those areas than it does elsewhere. Let me see if I can see you guys out. There we go. So I'm debating on putting it over her flowers. I think that, or in her hair or something. I think that would look really cool, just the iridescent marker. But overall, if you can find them cheaper than $20, then I would say they were worth it for the 20 bucks. I'm not really sure. I would say use them as accents. Do not use them like I did over a whole wing or something. It's just not worth it, and I feel like I'm just running the markers dry by doing that, because they're not that big in the first place. So I feel like using them on such a big area wasn't really lucrative. But yeah, you live and you learn, and I just wanted to test these out with you guys and then share my thoughts once I was done coloring this and working on a bigger area. I was like, oh, I need to let them know about the streakiness and all of that. So, but this iridescent marker is really, really cool. The rest of them are kind of meh to me, But again, I think if I use them on a smaller area, it would be okay. Like in the Fairy Miracles book when I did the bubbles, that was really cool. So I think just stick small with them, use them as accents. I personally wouldn't suggest using them all over. I know you can do that with Posca, but these are quite a bit cheaper than Posca pens. And also, I'm just not experienced with paint markers. So if you guys are, let me know maybe what I'm doing wrong. Maybe I'm just not using them the right way. Give me some tips and tricks if you guys know them. So that's pretty much it. That's kind of what I wanted to say about these markers. Again, I don't hate them. I do like them. I think they're just going to be better for accents rather than doing like a whole wing. The iridescent marker, on the other hand, I think would be great to like color your wing with marker and then cover it in the iridescence to make it kind of like see-through-ish. I think that would be really cool. So anyway, if I could just buy a whole pack of these, I totally would. So I might look into that. But yeah, I will see if I can find them on Amazon, and if I can, I'll leave the link below. But I know I already said bye to you guys once, but here we go again, because I just wanted to hop on and give you my final thoughts. So yeah, alrighty, well I think that's it for me today. Thank you guys so much again for watching. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this and just color and chats and all of that fun stuff. So thank you guys so much. I will talk to you soon. Love you guys. Bye.